Hey boys, welcome back to some more Shaun Johnson career mode, and as you see, we're up to the qualifying finals, taking on the Rabbitohs in this big game. This one is to get us through to, it's called the preliminary final, isn't it? And then, so we win 2 games into the grand final pretty much. So, you know, the Rabbitohs, they're strong side. Looking at it, looks pretty full strength, doesn't look like any omissions, so it's going to be tough. I think we finished 3rd. The Rabbitohs must have finished 2nd. And just on the game, I actually bumped the time limit up to 20 minutes just for the finals because, you know, I do rather the 20-minute game lengths. It does take a fair while to play the games, but it leads to a more even game, really. It lets me just play normally. I don't have to, like, throw the ball around every set. So, the Rabbitohs started off pretty strongly, honestly. I think it was Greg Inglis just made a clean break down the sideline. Thankfully, Tompkins came across and made the tackle. And we had to defend our line pretty early on. But we get a lucky penalty right there. Fusatua breaks through a 1 and gets a pass back. But unfortunately, good cover by the Rabbitohs to shut it down. But we're looking a bit dangerous already. Only 5 minutes gone. And Fusatua back here trying to swing around for the overlap there. If he could have got the pass away, certain try. But unfortunately, not to be. As Ryan Hoffman here goes so close as well. I think it's Greg Inglis. Comes up with a big tackle once again. Last play though. Put in a nice little grubber. But unfortunately, can't quite get to the ball. Can't quite force the line dropout. So, pretty back and forth to start. But that is a beautifully worked play. Gets the overlap. Backing up on the inside. And they're coming across. But that is going to be a really nice try. I think Johnson was the player coming across there. But that was just beautiful. Just the wraparound, long pass out to the center out here. It looks like, who was that? Is that Allwood? I think it might be Allwood. I'm not too sure who the number 3 is. But yeah, it was just so nice. It just worked out. We were backing up on the inside. He could have gone to us, could have gone to the winger, but chose to give it to us, which is nice. Get an early 4-pointer as Johnson and Kent straight through the middle there. Palms off Inglis. So already looking fairly dangerous in this game. It's looking quite promising, but the Rabbitohs here, from a silly error by our team, get a nice chance to hit back pretty early as Burgess here gets it to, who is it, Glenn Stewart, and unfortunately we came up with a nice original hit to stop him in his tracks, but then of course Hoffman comes in and then just somehow Stewart just powers over the top of both of us and scores a try directly under the black dot. So Reynolds converts with no problem to tie this game back up. But the Rabbitohs, very stupid mistake, kick it into their own teammate, give away a penalty, and give us another chance. Pretty much from the penalties we've put the points on. So let's see if we can't go back to back here. As we find a nice touch finder there, 20 meters out, gets the tap to the center here, gets it onto Fusatua, and that is going to be a pretty easy try. For some reason, Greg Inglis this game was having a bit of trouble. The last line of defense, he actually has missed a lot of tackles, which is fairly uncommon. Usually if you make a break, Greg Inglis will shut it down pretty much instantly, but pretty much all the breaks, he's been stepped or palmed off. Even we palmed him off, so he's having a bit of a rough time in defense. His attack is looking pretty solid, but I don't know what's going on in the defense. And right here, through the hole, gets the pass back. This is a nice play, actually. We were through here, but for some reason we pass it back to Hoffman, who gets the offload away and just can't make anything of it. Looks like Burgess there picks up the scraps and races about 40 meters. Oh, that was so frustrating. It was such a nice play. A couple of good offloads, but it was one of those times where Johnson just decides to pass the ball and sort of screwed it over. But going into halftime, 12-6, that was a really nice pass back on the inside, and we're looking to continue our good form from the first half, as we already get pretty good field position, but the Rabbitohs here are going to hit straight back with some nice possession and put up the bomb, but we call for it here into the backfield. Inglis coming across, and we're going to step him again. Just you know, he was there. He made the initial contact, slow us up, so it was quite a nice play. And last tackle here, we put up the bomb, pretty much what they did. And this time Inglis is going to catch this on the fly, steps around Tompkins, and I don't know what Johnson was doing. He completely whiffed there. And Greg Inglis, he hasn't had the best time in defense like I've been saying, but he's made us pay there on the scoreboard, because that's the thing, like, he's missed a few tackles, but those missed tackles haven't really resulted in any tries, apart from, I guess, our first try, I think it was, to Fusatua. But right there, he's pretty much made up for it with a solo effort, a Greg Inglis type kick return right there. Oh, very frustrating, but Johnston looking to go one better. Unfortunately, gets the pass back. It gets knocked down by the Rabbitohs player there. Called play on, so they escape there. But the Rabbitohs, again, just making silly mistakes coming out of their own line. And we're going to hit Sam Tompkins off her right shoulder. And once again, just steps past Inglis without too much problem. Beautiful little run there by Tompkins. He sort of came from the blind side, straight off the right shoulder. And a nice try. Put him through the gap. Should be a nice try assist to us. Tompkins did have a fair bit to do, but we are going to miss the kick. So it makes it 16-12. A fairly nerve-wracking lead. Only 4 points because the computer barely misses a kick. So that's always a little frustrating. But right here, that's a pretty nice play to flick the pass around the winger there to get it to Vadavai, who hasn't seen much of the ball, honestly. It's pretty much all been on our left side attack, but Vadavai gets a chance there to make a break, gets tackled pretty quickly, but getting himself into the game is nice. As we're looking to go for a bomb, but we actually put in a deep kick, and I thought this one was going to go dead, but it's actually perfectly placed. We put on a big hit as well to just pin them in the end goal. Pretty much all we have to do. And right here, nice pass out to Vadavai again. Inglis is not missing this time. That is a big hit on the beast right there. Puts him on his backside. You know, I guess if they run straight at him like that, he's gonna make the tackle. But right here, a couple minutes ago, we're just playing safe, just kicking it into the corner. That's a beautiful kick. Unfortunately, we don't pin him in the end goal. It's still a great kick, but man, it would have been so much better if we got the line dropout. Could have been the game sealed. But the Rabbitohs pretty much get one play, maybe one more, but they do make a break here. I was freaking out a bit. I thought they were going to go the distance. I think Inglis was looming up on the right there, but gets tackled with it, and we are going to progress. The Rabbitohs get another chance though. We'll see if we face them later, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.